Hey, what's going on, movie fans? Today I'm going to be reviewing VHS 85. This is the 6th entry to this franchise. Now, I do have to say, I think this is, right now, one of the coolest concepts we have in the horror genre. You get a bunch of different directors who have different ideas and visions of horror, and they get to tell their story through their perspective. What's fun about the movies is you don't know what story you're going to see or what it's going to entail or be about at all. Each movie ranges between 5 and 6 stories, because when one story ends, the next one starts and they have nothing to do with the others. There's one middle story that goes through the whole movie, but that's not part of the mini stories. Those stories are usually very bad. That's one fault I have for the movies, and that's why I'm not going to spoil the stories in this movie. I just want to tell you that the movie is just not very good. This is the first VHS movie that I did not like any of the stories at all. I thought the stories were very bland, uninteresting, and very sluggish. They felt like they were 45 minutes each, and there was only 5 of them. A big problem with these stories is there's all this buildup to what is happening, and then when the execution happens, it's not very satisfying. The movie has way too many anticlimactic endings, and I thought some of the ideas were good, but they were just poorly executed, and it was very disappointing. The main story was actually good, but then the mini stories were so bad that by the time they got back to it, because they circle back to it throughout the movie, you'll see the start of it, and then they'll play a mini story, and then it will go back to the main story. But the mini stories were so horrible that by the time they got to the main story, you forgot what happened. It wasn't very gravitating. When they started to tell it more and more, it just started getting too confusing and weird because there was so much space in between the story. I was like, wait, why is this happening again? There was a lot of details I couldn't remember. And it didn't help that the previous stories were so boring. I was like, oh, let's move on with this. As I said, I can't spoil what they are, but I would say out of this franchise, VHS 85 is straight up the worst entry of the series. Now, if anyone is hesitant about watching any of these movies because of reviews or they're just not that interested in them, I would recommend VHS 2. That is the best one, and it has my favorite stories on it, and I thought it was the best entry in the entire series. As for VHS 85, you're going to get a lot of very badly written, poorly executed, anticlimactic stories, and I think it's going to leave you very frustrated in the end. I would never recommend VHS 85 to anybody. I would recommend them to watch VHS 2 if they were only going to give one movie a shot. If you are interested in watching these movies, they are on Shudder right now. I'm going to grade VHS 85 a D. Thanks for tuning in this review, guys. I do want to mention that on my next review, I will have a movie loot box announcement, so please don't miss the next video. I want to get you guys engaged with my channel, so if you want to know what that is, there will be some information on that when I post on Friday, so please check out my next review when it's posted, and I'm going to catch you movie fans on my next review. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.